All right, so I just arrived for today's hike, and this is literally like 20 feet from my car. The plan is basically my normal plan, just go out and see what I find. Whether it be interesting stuff or wildlife or anything like that, and we'll see what happens. Straight ahead, you can see a pretty big break there, kind of up right there. And just looking around. That's way up there. I don't know what that is. 30, 40 feet maybe? Oops. Maybe 40 feet. And some bird sounds. Been down this trail before, but not too far. I found so much stuff early on. So the plan is probably go a little further. I really don't plan out too much, just kind of see where I go, but that's the rough estimate plan. That tree down from, looks like a long time ago. There's another one of those curved branches, if you can see that. Like up, way up off the ground. Pretty interesting there, if you can see that. Branch just kind of hanging up there. From here, I'm not even sure how that's hanging. It's just kind of free floating. Pretty cool. How is that hanging? It's kind of bunched with a little tree there, I think. Here's a little bit of a closer look at it. So yeah, it looks like some of those branches are kind of tangled up in the top of that one. That's that one up there is kind of pretty cool. It's a bit of a bend. If you can see that right through there, kind of center screen. It's another peculiarly hanging branch, just somehow held up there with another one that's kind of crossing with, and then there's that's that whole thing there almost has a bit of a, wow, you see the vines going over this tree that's broken, and then right here is a little bend, and through there is one area that I have looked. There are a lot of arches and stuff in there, even though it's not obvious from here. A lot. Starting with a bend right there, I'm just gonna sort of glance this time as I just walk through. It's a lot of stuff. A lot smaller stuff. I was watching Long Island Bigfoot's video this morning, not so much big, bold stuff like that, but I don't see too much right here, but I know through here. So I figured do sort of a walk by. Kind of try to hold my hand steady as I watch the ground in front of me. Just let you guys have a look. It's a little bit open there with a stick just kind of up, the heavy end's up. I don't know how that could even be balanced there. It's pretty cool. And there's like a stick hanging here with like a vine holding it up. That's pretty cool. There's a broken tree through there. if you can see that coming down at that angle. Have a little look at this side with the sun to my back. There's a bit of a sort of an arch. And there's that stick kind of leaning with, it's kind of interesting there. And then back this way, I'm seeing a break right there. And there's I believe that's a woodpecker. 2 of them. So cool. Had to come take a look at this. It's actually a stick kind of hanging there. You can see how it's not attached to that tree or whatever. This beautiful arch right here. Looks like it's been there quite a while. Not even bark on it or anything. Here's this way. Sort of a leaning tree through there. Yeah, in another video I had a much closer look around this particular spot. And I loved it. Just amazing stuff. There's another beauty. I think above, if you see the little one, above might be one that's just covered in leaves. I've seen that before where there's, but that little one down there is like perfect. You can see that. There's a couple more, and as things would have it, this is another of one of the sharpest bends I've seen. And I feel like possibly even my last time out was the other one. It's interesting how that happens. Possibly broken tree, hard to see through there. And then there's a lot going on through there where the sun's kind of brighter. You just see a tree down, and it looks pretty thick though. And there's sort of a bend right in front of it. Down here, kind of center screen. Just took note of something else. At least right around me, close by. Listen. Got it quite quiet. All right, now I am just a little bit before where I stopped the last time I was out here. And right now, I'm in a pretty open area where they, once again, must have had a prescribed burn. You can see it on the trees. Nice and open, nice vantage points. Very cool. And a bird whistle. All right, so here's sort of facing the sun. It's kind of open that way too. And then the forest kind of starts there. There's like, it's green. It's kind of like a wall, like the other place I was recently. And then with the sun to our backs, awesome vantage point here. Just walk a little bit. Try to be smooth. Just noticed that little beauty right there. I love those, the little ones. That thing's not perfect. And it's not the only one. This one has the same kind of bend to it, but it's, yeah, I guess it is touching the ground too. That is cool. That's where that whistle sound is coming from, kind of sort of straight ahead, right behind this. Bird sound. That one's not really like a whistle, I don't think. I'm not sure how much there's sun glare, but I just noticed this little section is, just walked a little further and it's just kind of all open. So cool. And here is the other side. Beautiful day. Sounds like a diesel just hit the accelerator. I've seen a lot of fast diesels out at the races. Some of those things are unbelievable. There's a broken tree. And it's sort of an X with another one on the ground. And there's sort of a bend. I think it's about center screen there. Lots to look at. Anyone that likes to do that. Just so many nooks and crannies. Beautiful blue sky. Broken tree right there. If you look kind of center screen, as I was moving, you just can see really far in a little section right there. Way through the trees. Probably hard to see on this on the camera. Here's an ultra cute one. Look at that guy. That's not much more than a foot off the ground right there. Taking note of this on the path. I don't know how common a stick formed into a Y that looks like a nice perfect Y are, but I have been seeing quite a few of them recently. I think it's pretty cool. Just when I thought I had found the cutest ones ever, this little guy, that little thing right there. I don't know about the rest, but those, wow. I don't typically see like little tiny brush bent like that. So, let's see, there's, look at that over here. There's tiny, tiny little, is that a bend? That would be amazing. Wow. Nice, beautiful bend right there. Arch. Toward the sun. Sort of looks like another one there. And there's another stick just kind of hanging out up there. Funny, I was just looking at one of these in the distance, and then there's one right here. And there's one through there. See if I can get out of the sun so you can maybe make that out through there. There's that one. There's not a lot of them if you look out there. They all seem to be a couple feet up. Well, I can hardly resist this. Some soft sand. A lot of horses have gone through here. This could be horse prints. Doesn't really look foot shaped, but kind of. But take a peek. It'd be neat to see a big foot-shaped print of some kind in the middle of all this. sometimes it's like a couple horse prints stacked on each other can kind of give that look. It's always fun to look though, and there's straight up behind it. That's beautiful right there. There's a tree down and a beautiful arch. But here's one direction. It's really open and you can see quite far, especially that way. But then the other side, we're pretty close to the non-prescribed burn area. It's like a wall of green brush. Just notice this guy on the side of the trail. It's totally dry out here too. Man. Is he peeking? Barely. Well, I walked a little closer and he's still hanging here, or she. Kind of tucking away in the shell there. First turtle I've seen in a while. So cool, look. Oh, tucked away. What's up? I'm not gonna do anything. Just checking you out. Just saying hi. Little blink. You can see that. So cool. I love stuff like this. We're just sitting here for a moment with the turtle and I saw a couple blinks. I don't think I've ever seen a turtle blink before. Let's see if I can catch another one. So cool. I just looked away, but I think I just saw one out of my periphery there. You blinking? Anyways. So cool. Just having a little munch on some grass, started eating. So maybe he or she is a little bit more relaxed, hopefully. Forest right here. This forest is amazing. It was just sort of comparison's sake, sort of looking at these little trees, little baby trees. I don't know what they are, maple or oak, or I feel like there's leaves are familiar. I don't know trees, but they're all pretty much straight except for this one right here. Interesting. That might not even be one of the trees, honestly. And I don't know if it's actually anything for sure, but either way it is cool. Pretty cool right here. It's not even one tree, it's just a bunch. Wow. From ways away I sort of thought this was like one big tree. All these other ones that are all curved in every direction. How cool is that? Just noticed here we have that tree that's there, and then there's those two other broken trees, and they're all kind of in different directions. You can see another break kind of back a little, sort of center screen. Looks like it goes down over there like a hill. Or whatever you call that. Ridge. Right through there is the one that was sort of in the distance in the last clip. Definitely getting interesting right here. Barely any distance from my last clip, and there's a beautiful bend. And then, just looking at that one, and there's the tree I just passed, and then you look that way and there's a lot going on. Well, if you know me, you know I had to come and take a peek at this. And broken tree next to it. All right, so there that is from a little distance. And then right here, that. That's pretty cool right there. And there's those busted trees. A couple big ones laying down behind those. Really cool. I'll catch it, but I just saw a deer in the broad daylight. I believe it's a deer through there. Let's see. Bright sun on it. I think it's a deer. Now what else would it be? Unless it's a big cat. So I could just see the color. It was so bright, it looked so cool. Right through there. There. Between these trees. Yeah, it's a deer. How cool is that? Now I'm looking at my screen trying to find it. Where'd you go? Right there. There we go. It's a deer, right? Big tails? What is that? Let me see. Something just landed next to me. Let's see here. Or is it a dog? It's gotta be. Yeah, it's deer, okay. Very cool. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna move a little and see if I can get a better shot on the open. And if I scare them, so be it. It's fine. Just kind of like to go with what flows, you know, what naturally flows. Look at that. Clear shot right there. I don't know how I snuck up on a deer this close, but I think it sees me now. Unless it's just that consumed in eating. Totally in the wide open right now. Nothing between him and I. That's probably another one warning him. There's another one right behind. Right there. Hey, buddy. No harm. Beautiful. Definitely one of the best parts of my day so far right here. Seeing these guys. I feel like almost every time I see a deer, they're looking at me and they're just sitting there and then they leave. I don't usually sneak up on them. Still see the other one. Man, I don't even want to scare them. But anyways, well, I guess I'll just capture what they're gracing me with here. Because they're about to go into the woods, so. hard to keep my hands steady. Zoomed in quite a bit. Not too far though. It's only right there. Where'd you go? Wow. So cool. Surprisingly, I walked a little ways. It just startled me, that woodpecker. And there we go. What? You don't see me? I'm right here. Thinking of Long Island Bigfoot now. Anyways, I'll go a little further, and if it's still there, I'll get a little more. Hope you guys like watching deer. Oh, there we go. I just gave my cover away. Talking too loud. Greetings. It's all good, no harm. I hope I don't frighten you. There he goes. Alright. I really snuck up on him. I'm surprised. Oh, there's a couple more. They're gone. Thank you guys. Sorry to frighten you. I hope I didn't. But I would imagine I might have. Thank you. Where is it? Right there. Very cool. See if I can get it to focus on the bird. Can't tell if it is. Beautiful. Oh, I was about to take off. That's really cool. Not even quite sure how that big limb is propped up. Maybe that was to hold that down. Wow. Kind of looked like a broken tree under it, but it's, yeah, look at that. And there's another one right here with like a one laying across it, sort of. You see those? So there's all of them. I'm facing where the deer were. I imagine they're gone though. So cool. I feel like this is almost on cue, but got that. But what I was really looking at was that really tall up. On cue is in, there's my really tall arch, and that one is all the way down. Let's see here. That one is touching the ground, or at least it's pretty much right there. And there's sort of another one. Wow. It's crossed. They're crossed. Wow. This is new for me, I think. Two arches crossed. And there's a hanging branch there. And there it is, sort of from the side, so you can see the two of them. Man. And there's a couple more that are kind of at that angle. Makes you wonder if they're connected somehow, related. Beautiful. Wow. And just looking back, there's the one I just looked at before this one, and then there is the one that I looked at before that, with the limb. And that is where the deer were. Kind of open there. After seeing that, I would love to just hang out here somewhere and watch. It's pretty uncanny how this is sometimes, but there's another two that are basically crossed over. So crazy how that works sometimes. All right, so there's the bottom of them, and that's kind of interesting. And then they go up and cross. I mean, they cross right there, but wait, did they cross or is that? Yeah, okay, there's two trees. And then they do that. No way. Wow, that is cool. Right next to each other. Look at that. All right, I don't know what this could mean, but here's another big one. These are definitely the first like really big ones that I've seen so far today like this. Kind of close to each other. Look at that. Perfection. To the right. That way. Man. Beautiful. Noticing that stick leaning down below. And then that big limb kind of hung up there by a couple of vines. Pretty cool. And then there's another stick kind of just hung up center screen there. Sort of open through there. So nice out right now. Sun going down a little. And one other thing I noticed about in the same spot, I sort of looked up. I wouldn't have even noticed this unless I looked up. Snap tree. Another sort of opening there. Might be where I saw the deer, actually. I think it is. All right, well, I walked a little ways. Didn't film much in that part, and now I'm just walking back. It's so nice out. Grateful for that, too. Been through a lot of cold winters. Looks awesome. There's one of those little green moves with the camera. Pretty cool. Sun's right there. Another armadillo on the way back. Where are you? Right there. This is crazy. Well, I already got a really close up, so might as well see if I can get closer. I don't know. I don't imagine I will too, but it's still there. Let's see if I can. Look at this arch right here. There's like logs. I'm on my camcorder, so it's a lot more shaky. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's kind of jogging away. Right there. Wow. Jeez. Oh, just ran towards that tree. Right there. That's so cool. Well, if it there we go. Look at that. I'm close enough because that's an amazing view. Whoops. Wow. So cool. That's two. Whoop. Huh. So cool. I can't help but notice that. This sort of a asterisk kind of thing. And the armadillo. Look at that. Where'd he go? Right there. Amazing. Just missed that. Looks like another arch right there in front of all those sticks going across the path. Very cool. I'm gonna have to see if my video is glitching because the camera is right now. It's an older camera. Where's this guy? It's still here, so might as well, right there. Getting dinner, I guess. Too cool. Wow, I'm sitting here looking at this armadillo. There's that. Big break. Man. It kind of looks interesting through there. And then there it is. Straight through there somewhere. Right there. Probably hiding. That sounds like a woodpecker. Pecker. Where is it? Right there. Oh. There it went. Oh, it's still there. And the armadillo just getting closer. Still hanging around. Where'd you go? There we go. Pretty cool way to end. At least I think so. There we go. Trying to see with my eyes. Oh, there he is. Okay. And also, there is that I was looking at. The one down there, because I'm almost in the same spot. And that one, it's hard to see now, but I can't resist. Look at that. There's like a little one and then a really little one in front of it. So cool. It's pretty cool looking right here. Tree and then a vine parallel. Almost parallel. And it just looks cool, I think. Alright, so I just had an owl start hooting like right above me, and somehow I didn't film it, but I did catch two of them, so I'll play those here now. Where's the camera? Actually, one more thing to add. It's a heck of a coincidence, but like 2 minutes ago, almost out of here, I was thinking, boy, it would be nice to straighten these out. Get an owl call, and there it was. Unreal. It couldn't have been 50 feet away, maybe 100 feet or something. That was amazing. I don't know where to look on the camera, so I'm looking in whatever. Doesn't matter. Once again, thank you and blessings.